crowd to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Back now, pressure coming. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. So 20 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 18.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Working inside the red zone. This one falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up second down.
It leads to
in the
second and
NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
The give here on second. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Chargers are going to opt for a 5th DB, third down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, go! 18, Pioneer.
Here he goes, third and long. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. A very quick start here on Thursday night prime time. These guys not fazed at all by this spotlight. In fact, Brock, dare I say they might be playing even better on this bigger stage.
Well, that was very, very well executed. And what you find, Kate, in these short weeks, the plans are simple. You don't have as much time to put as much volume into your play sheet. So it's just that team that executes the little things better often ends up on top.
Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop.
38-yard line.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to Hampton. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Set. 5-9. Set.
Again, it's Hampton. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Los Angeles.
Set.
On first down, they'll run. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send them backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Now Herbert again. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
They'll run here on 1st down. Running in the red zone. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Running it with Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Line.
Here's Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back. He almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
Complete to number 17.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Set.
Herbert now, blitz coming. And this time they're going to get to him before they can get that pass away as he goes down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. The Chargers selected to try for the field goal. A 27-yard look here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. That'll be the end of one here in our Thanksgiving night game. The Bengals are out in front. We'll be right back to Cincinnati after this.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Number 14.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
At the 26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. And they're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down from the 42. Completed over the middle. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Looking slant route complete. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
1st and 10 at the
From a great
39-yard
throw
line.
to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They're going to throw out of the gun. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Ready? Go!
To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
That's another.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum.
1st and 10
Keep
at
that
the
defense on its
27-yard line.
heels.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. Movement.
Throwing off the play fake. And that one falls incomplete. So it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
Working across the
and
middle,
10.
Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Street. Half to 60. Half to 60. Ready?
He's going to throw again on second down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Here we go. Wrap on.
It's quickly out to Chase. He's inside the 10. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now lead by 10. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback.
35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert from the gun. Catch made left side by McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
16 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. Give him 32 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
They'll toss it to Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
It'll be 2nd down and 9, but not just yet. Only a couple of minutes to go in our first half. More Thursday night primetime football in just a moment. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They've got a man in motion. Herbert back to throw. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
21.
Hey, watch it right here. Go, go, go.
Go.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
This is Hampton, right side. And they're turned away again. Two great defensive stands. We've arrived at third and goal.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The play lost a yard.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They've gone the wrong way twice. Need to make up that distance and more. Here's third and goal. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a one-score game before halftime. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
The kick is
That
good.
one splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
And the Chargers cut the lead down to 4.
Chargers 10. Joshua Carty to kick off.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Now with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty, so now we get an untimed down. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on first down. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10.
Ready, ready. 18, come.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Tackled at the 25.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
And the Chargers
Big gainer here as he picks up 20.
It's a gain.
That's going to be good for an LA first down.
Chargers.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds a seam down the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chargers 17. Joshua Carty to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Rivers. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. handoff to the back. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Riggs. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready,
Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. Offense to the line fast. First and 10, looking to throw. Taken in by Chase, left side. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Gain of 26 yards there. And the Bengals have a first down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Smash. Check smash. Check smash. Go.
Right up the gut. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Quick throw is caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
A give now from the gun. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 6 yards. Boy, a great spot. 2nd and goal at the 2.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Check. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Drawing up the design keeper. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals take a 13-point lead. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. To throw, Herbert. That's completed right side. this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stopped quickly. The catch moves him to the 48. A pickup of 17. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
One play in Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Herbert. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Set. 380. Delta. Set. Ready.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Lion. 21.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
60 Bison. Check up.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Intended for number
No
85.
luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
And 10.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. 19.
Go.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
He'll take over 1st and 10.
We see quarterbacks in this league love targeting their slot guys so often. They get plenty of chances defensively to take one the other way. Nice to see him come through with that one. And what a great read to get in position for that pick.
Herbert on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Go.
Back to the air, Herbert. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Number 17.
1 quarter left until we see who wins this game. And in honor of Coach, enjoy some turducken this fine Thanksgiving night. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Set.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Looking quickly here. 1st and 10, Herbert. Throw is caught. And he's tackled for a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's 2nd down at the Bengals' 9-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now within one score in the 4th. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit of that deficit. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. And he's out a little short of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19. Reset.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd
Well, even
and
with the
10.
pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Let's go. 18, Cowboy 80. Check out.
Here's a throw. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
That's good.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Offense up to the line fast.
48-yard line.
Hey, check it. Go.
Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Just shy of midfield.
Dose of the hurry up here.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Go. 18 Cardinal.
Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Ready? 70 line.
To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. He crosses the 35. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Sign quarterback run here. And he's into the end zone for two. That sets him up with a 14-point lead.
Man, I love talking to these coaches, Kate. You know, as we sit in our production meetings, in some cases, I want to try to figure out why a run or pass in a two-point conversion. But there, well, just simply running it was more than enough.
Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
380.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Complete to number 17.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Back to pass on 2nd and short. Throw left side, complete. He crosses the 35.
It's a gain.
They get 23 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
It's Herbert once more. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Chargers
looking inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Set. 380. Set.
Herbert to throw once more. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers now within 1 score in the fourth. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game. game in the fourth quarter. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here comes Rivers. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. He'll throw it here on 1st. Dumps it off to his running back. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Bengals offense lined up. They're going for 2 again.
The Bengals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
19, check, go.
Toss to the man. He's headed left. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. We're now 3 for 3 on 2-point tries today.
Defense selling out to flood the middle. They just toss it right on outside. Sometimes you got to win that edge on a short field for this to work out. And that time, they did exactly that.
Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He just keeps finding McConkey. There he goes again. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Delta, out.
Now run with Hampton. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Herbert from the gun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Ready.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal.
Ray. Ready.
Desperation time here. And that is caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers now within 1 score in the 4th. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
They kick the running back in motion.
Set.
Now Herbert again. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers back around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Handoff now out of the gun. Has room down the left sideline. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his running back deep down the left side. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They put a receiver in motion right.
Go.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
59.
Throwing now, Herbert. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Bengals have it to 0 points. His 7th interception of the season.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's first and 10.
Hurt. At the 60. At the 60.
They're going to pass it here. Short pass caught by his tight end. He manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
It's a pickup at 3.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Ready? 19 tight. 70 Lion.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he picks up the first down for the Bengals. That is the last thing they need to lock away this win.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
Brought down behind the line
The
of
line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Watch the lineman, watch the bullet, watch the bullet.
Bravo 80.
Third and long for him here. Johnson finds the football complete. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 20.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First
You know, they
down.
call that the money down for a
First and
reason,
10
because
at
you're
the
just simply not going to
47-yard
last
line.
long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to